Good evening. Welcome to the Mind of STEM channel, where you get your daily dose of science, technology, engineering, and math. My name is Leon Jones, and this evening I got a good topic, and I'm going to talk about UX design. And this is for individuals who are into computers. So, without any doubt, I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen. And we're going to get into UX design. Now, UX design stands for user experience. So, I'm going to title this video, What is UX design? Or what is user experience design? So, when I talk about UX design, it's basically a process design teams use to create products that provide meaningful and relevant experiences to users. Now, this involves the design of the entire process of inquiring, integrating the product, including aspects of branding, design, usability, and function. Now, what UX designers do that goes beyond UI design. Now, user experience design is often used interchangeably with the terms as user interface design and usability. However, while usability and user interface design, or we know it as UI design, are important aspects of UX design, they are subsets of it. You see, UX covers a vast variety of other areas as well. A UX designer is concerned with the entire process of acquiring and integrating a product, including aspects, again, of branding, design, usability, and function. It is a story that begins before the device is even in the user's hands. And remember this, and this is what Don Norman said. He was the inventor of the term user experience or UX. He said, no product is an island. A product is more than a product. It is cohesive. It is a cohesive, integrated set of experiences. Think, though, all of the stages of product or service from initial intentions to final reflections, from first usage to help, service, and maintenance, make them all work together seamlessly. Now, products that provide great user experience, example, the iPhone, and thus designed with not only the product's consumption or use in mind, but also the entire process of acquiring, owning, and even troubleshooting it. Now, similarly, UX designers don't just focus on creating products that are usable, they create or they basically concentrate on other products of the user experience, such as pleasure, efficiency, and fun as well. Now, consequently, there is no single definition of a good user experience. Instead, a good user experience is one that meets a particular user's needs in the specific context where he or she uses the product. Now, UX designers consider the why, what, and how of product use. So, as a UX designer, you should consider the why, what, and how of product use. Now, the why involves the user's motivations for adopting a product, whether they relate to a task they wish to perform with it or to values and views which users associate with the ownership and use of the product. Now, the what addresses the things people can do with the product. It's functionality. And finally, the how relates to the design of functionality in accessible and aesthetically pleasant way. Now, UX designers start with the why before determining the what and then, and finally, the how in order to create products that users can form meaningful experiences with. Now, in software designs, you will need to ensure the product's substance comes through an existing device and offers a seamless, fluid experience. Now, as you see up here, you see the why, motivations, values, and views, what, functionality and features, accessibility, aesthetics. That's what we call the why, what, and how of US design. And I said UX design, not US design, UX design. Now, one thing you have to understand about UX design, it is basically user-centered. Since UX design encompasses the entire user journey. Again, UX design encompasses the entire user journey. It's a multidisciplinary field. UX designers come from a variety of backgrounds such as visual design, programming, psychology, and interaction design. To design for human users also means you have to work with a heightened scope regarding accessibility and accommodating many potential users. Physical limitations such as reading small text. Now, a UX designer's typical tasks vary, but often include user research by creating personas, designing wireframes and interactive prototypes, as well as testing design. Again, what you do with a UX prototype, you basically design it and you test it. Now, these tasks can vary greatly from one organization to the next, but they always demand users to be users, advocate, and keep the user's needs at the center of all design and development efforts. That's also why the most UX designers work in some form of user-centered work process and keep channeling their best informed efforts until they address all of the relevant issues. Now you can see the flow chart on how it works. You see the understanding context of use. Okay, understand context of use. Again, understand context of use. Specify user requirements. Then you utilize design solutions. Evaluate against requirements. Again, user-centered design is an interactive process where you can take an understanding of the users and their context as a starting point for all design and development. Again, you see the flow chart, understand the context of use, understand the context of use, specify user requirements, design solutions, and you evaluate against requirements. Again, this is relatively a new field, but when we talk about UX or user experience, it's the process design that design teams use to create products that provide meaningful and relevant experiences to users. And that concludes this topic on UX design. If you like what you just heard, please comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're looking for some political and some social issues, check out check out my 401 Talk Zone radio show channel. On that channel, that's where you're going to get all the psychological information. But here, I'm going to continue with the educational experience of STEM because STEM is a good field. And also I have a blog talk radio show, 215-383-5785. Now, here's what I can tell you. If you can't find me on YouTube or blog talk radio, my STEM channel, you'll always find me on Twitter outside of YouTube. Now, when it comes to blog talk radio and 411 Talk Zone radio show, you can find me on Twitter, MeWe, and Parler. And the reason why you don't find the STEM channel on MeWe and Parler is because those channels are basically political. But again, thank you for taking time to listen to this topic here on the Mind of STEM channel. And again, the topic was UX. Please share the video. And I just want to say till next time, I want you to have a wonderful and gracious evening. My name is Leon Jones. Continue to listen to the Mind of STEM channel. This is a channel where you're going to see how to get opportunities in the STEM fields. Thank you for listening. God bless you and good night.